already. What's up, guys? This is Blake Moody from Kendall Tenor, and this is the Moody Minute. Fun little show where I'm going to talk about things that are ailing me, shit I got on my mind, some rants, some music, some good and bad news, and a few random hot takes. That's what we're going to be doing for a little bit here. Hope y'all are having a beautiful day. Make sure to follow everything for us on any social media platforms and subscribe on YouTube. It's all at Kendall Tenor. We have a few others, but those are the main ones. We're gonna have a little good time for the next little bit. First thing I'd like to start off with here is a little rant, mini rant of mine. I'm growing a little sick with scalpers, generally scalpers. It originally started with tickets like for concerts, from Taylor Swift to Lady Gaga, any of those concerts where people buy the ticket and then resell it at a higher rate for some super fan who's definitely going to spend that money, uh, you know, trying to see their favorite artist. But now it's extended. I'm seeing a bunch of ridiculous scalpers at Costco for Pokemon cards. We have grown men taking away trading cards from children, people who want to play some games with their friends just so they can make a quick buck, ripping out boxes of cards and packs, bundles from children's hands at Costco's now. You get to see that anytime you go to any big box store at this point. Honestly, not even just Costco. I see it at Target. I saw a video of the other day of this guy taking every single card off the wall and throwing it into his cart. And he's not playing the games. He's not playing. He's just getting that so he can sell it. Sell it to some poor, exhausted dad who wants to just make his kid happy and bring some joy to his kid's life. And he has to go through the barrier of entry, which is this sweaty mouth breather who just bought all the cards at his local Target and Walmart and Costco and upcharges it like 50 to 100% of its value just because he knows that poor, sweaty, overworked dad is going to need it to just make his kid happy. Aside from that, there are people who actually play the games. There are adults who play the games. There's a lot of people out there who are trying to just do the things that they love. Whether, it be the concerts, the cards, any of it. It's growing into an epidemic out here. We're we're running into an issue where all these older people are finding a way to make money off of these kids games and collectibles and things that like otherwise people who would actually enjoy doing the craft now get to suffer from. I don't know. It's a little frustrating to see. It's aggravating to see it on social media even more because you see it more and more now that it's publicized. And there's been waves. It goes up and down with like Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering, any other card game that's out there. It goes up and down at the rate at which people are trying to take these things and flip them for money and not for the game. It's a little, we'll see. Hopefully we see the trend die back down. But for concerts, that's never ended. Concert scalpers have existed since the dawn of time, and they will exist when our planet blows up. People love scalping. People love getting their money for doing nothing other than buying a ticket that some person would actually enjoy going to, or for a concert that somebody would actually enjoy going to. They find the joy in just ruining people's day with charging them extra money just to enjoy their time at a concert with their friends. Yeah, I don't like scalpers. I hate them. I hate them all. If you guys got any fun stories about them or any horror stories about scalpers you guys have had to deal with, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'd like to know. Or if there's any fun videos you have, go ahead and link them. I like seeing people catch scalpers in the act. I even saw one guy wheel away a Pokemon card scalper's cart. He took it all the way to the other side of the store, then pulled everything out of it and bought it themselves because they themselves were going to actually play the game. So they're actually going to use the cards that they're getting. Yeah, I'd like to see more like that. I'd like to see some more revenge scalping. People taking out the people, flipping the things we love for extra cash instead of actually enjoying the hobby. All right, that's the end of my rant on that. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I can't stand them. They're the bane of my existence currently. I play a lot of card games. I also would like to go to more concerts, but then you got to pay like $200 for the ticket that was $75. All right, yeah. I'll end that rant. I've been listening to some new music lately. I've been finding some solace in a little bit of rock, a little bit of rock and roll, especially some more female-led rock bands popping out from different parts of the world. It's been a nice change of pace. It's been good to see new music bloom and new artists thrive and find their stage in different platforms. One in particular is Jane and the Killer Queens, hailing from Nashville. They're a female-fronted rock band. They formed just a few years ago, I believe in 2023. And they formed at a place called Bowie's. They were doing a jam session, and they ended up deciding to get together. We got the lead singer, her name's Cameron Jane, killer lead vocals. Their guitarist, Diego Vargas, killer guitarist, killer licks. Anthony Foglia, their drummer, Alex Shipley, the bassist, all of them just phenomenal. You can kind of pick up the influences, a little bit of Metallica, a little bit of the Cure, some Florence and the Machine, some Queens of the Stone Age, and Queen. A lot of Queens, a lot of special Queens out there. A lot of Queen bands. They kill it though. It's good. Their last release was called "Fuck, Marry, Kill," and it has a track on it called "Gun in a Church." It's amazing. You guys have to check it out. My words could never do it any good justice. If I could play music on here, I would, so I could show y'all. Just because it's phenomenal. They do such a good job. Another good one on that EP is "The Hand That Feeds You." Very good. Check them out. They've performed at they got venues. I'm not really too familiar as much with the Nashville scene. Other people around me are, but they've played at the Cobra, the End, and the Vinyl Lounge. They actually have a show upcoming in South Carolina at the Women in Music Conference at the University of South Carolina. So that'll be cool. There you'll get to see some more female-fronted bands or female-led artists or just female single artists just do their thing. Get to perform some of the songs that they love in front of the people that love them. Hopefully nobody's scalping their tickets, though. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they don't have any. It's a women's conference. I pray to God they don't have any sweaty neckbeards out there selling scalped tickets from them. Trying to go see these up and coming artists. Now you got to pay 3 times the price just because some dickhead did it. That hopefully won't be the case. I got good hope. I got good faith. They seem to manage well. Man, what about y'all? Any new artists? Anybody excited for any new music, new bands, anything? I would like to know. I would like to know what everyone's listening to, what everyone's finding, any up and coming artists. I spend a lot of time finding new music, and I hope other people do too. I'd like to hear what everybody's up to. Hear some sounds, hear some new ideas, some new some new waves in the marketplace. Yeah, make sure to check them out. Columbia, South Carolina, University of South Carolina, Women in Music Conference. Jane and the Killer Queens, killer, killer, killer. Be sure to check them out. You can find them on all their socials, TikTok and Instagram at Jane and the Killer Queens. Don't sleep on them. Oh, yeah. And other news. What we got going on? What's other news? Oh, yeah, the world's ugliest animal. The blobfish. It was just named Fish of the Year in New Zealand. Apparently, they're embracing its uniqueness. I don't know how this happened. Where was the vote? Who voted on this? What's the competition? What is it? Who was the runner up? What was the fish that was the runner up here? How do you determine that a fish is the fish of the year, and what qualities does it have to have? What's the blobfish do? Just sit there? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It just chills there at the bottom of the ocean and eats whatever comes to it. It's like a Pac-Man frog of the sea. Just waits for food, eats it, looking all gooby, staring at you, making you sad. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Like, how does New Zealand come up with this? What's the where do they campaign? Do they have like a presidential campaign for these fish? Like they're running votes. They got like a poll between these. Don't mess with the ballot box for this blobfish. It's a crime. Oh man. I have a little clip, I guess. They said that the blobfish has been bullied its whole life. It's time for it to have its moment in the sun. Does it ever see the sun? What's the blobfish doing? I don't think it's been bullied either. I think just we've all unanimously decided it looks like some ugly cartoon fish at the bottom of the ocean. I don't know. I don't think it's been bullied though. I think it's already had its time in the sun when we first found it. I think that was the last time we should have brought it to the sun. Well, we'll see. It's New Zealand. We got some fun people from there. That's probably why they decided on this. They're good people. It's Lord of the Rings country. It's where all the fantasy stuff happens, so it only makes sense that they would vote for this ugly fish to be fish of the year. Oh man, oh man. How do we even get there? We got some more news. I don't even know if I can follow it up after that. The blobfish is insanity. We got a fun one that I found the other day. It was Charles Barkley talking on the news, on live news, on the live show he's on, about how his college team would shower in their uniforms due to time constraints. So while they were getting clean, they were cleaning their uniforms, which is wildly absurd to me. What are you doing? They game's over. Hit the showers. No clothes off. Everybody just clothes on. You stay on. Gotta get those uniforms clean. We got no other choice. We got nowhere else to go. You got you got 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Oh lordy. I think he said that he said they flew commercials. So when you played the night before and flew the next morning, how are you going to get the uniform clean? Well, doesn't the hotel you're staying at have a laundry? Is that a thing? Was that a thing during the time that they were touring? Was there no laundromats nearby that they had like team runner do this for? He said that they had to wash the uniform yourself, but what he said you got to just get out, you get to your room, clothes still on, uniform still on, you hop in, rub some Dove on your brand new or on your worn and used uniform and just call it a night. Just we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna clean with some Dove or some Irish Spring. Smell fresh. Both you and your uniform with the same scent. Get into the next place. Hopping onto the commercial airliner. Everybody smells like Irish Spring or Dove. Both them and their bags. They got to ride with a whole bus or a whole airline full of terrible soaped, terribly cleaned people. Oh God. I don't think they had to do it like that. I think he was just lazy after the game. I think they just didn't have anybody to do all the cleaning for him. I think they just like I said, time's up. Get home or get to your hotel room, wash up. But then that begs the question though, how did they dry them? Were they just air drying them? Do they smell like Dove, Irish Spring, and mold? Is that the vibe we're going for in old school basketball? Oh lordy. That's the problem with this generation. Nobody showers in their uniform anymore. Nobody's cleaning themselves with their clothes on anymore. What are these kids doing? Nobody's cleaning like they're supposed to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, shouts out Charles Barkley. Thanks for that little tidbit of information. That was one of those things that made my week. Same with the Blobfish. You know what? Shouts out Charles Barkley and the Blobfish. Maybe they can get together and, you know, fish of the year and cleanest uniform of the year whenever he was playing. Do a little back to back action on some. I don't even know. That shouts out to them for providing me with such fun entertainment for this week. That I can't even believe that. I'm just like I said, I'm just rambling here. We got some other thoughts to go on. Fun little hot take of mine for this last week. I've been diving into some concept albums again lately, and the longer I go into that rabbit hole of concept album, and they're long. A lot of them are long. A lot of them play into each other, and I think like one of the last uh last ones that really like fades into each track or fades into the next song. We have a few in the electronic music realm, but it's fading. It's fading away a lot quicker. Like the last like I would consider mainstream one was about I think Because the Internet by Childish Gambino. There's maybe a few in there, but all those songs kind of cohesively flow into each other for the most part. And I don't know. I think we're seeing the trend die down. His last album, Band of Stone, as well, kind of had that vibe, but not as much as that original one. I think streaming services at this point are kind of killing a lot of the concept album, or like even sometimes the album experience, just because just like playlists and singles tend to dominate the market currently over full albums. It depends on the person. I know Lady Gaga just put out a killer album. But even still, like, when you talk to the average person, like, that doesn't really listen to music all that much, they'll kind of give you, like, their favorites from it instead of kind of ramping up how one song flowed to the next and kind of gave you this vibe or anything. Because, like, now you can kind of just pick where you jump to on each part of the album. You just kind of pick and choose the parts you want to hear. And none of them really tend to cohesively flow together as much. Her album's phenomenal, by the way. Mayhem was killer. That was a phenomenal album, and I'm not to detract from it. I'm not saying it was a bad album. I'm just saying most at this point, like I don't know. It feels like like albums have kind of died out. You don't hear about them popping off as much recently. A lot of the times you're just getting those favorites in between. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what you think. What's like the last album you were listening to that really brought you to life? That really made you remember it. What was the connection from the first song to the second to the third to the fourth that like really just hooked you and like you could just listen from beginning to end? Um, yeah, like when's the last time we got that? Well, I want to hear any. If anybody's got any, maybe there's some artists I haven't heard of, some music that I haven't that's not popped up on my radar, and I'd like to hear it. Yeah, go ahead and comment that in there for me. Leave a comment. Leave a little chat box for me. A little linky poo. That's all I'm asking for. Yeah. I'm just vibing here. We're going through it pretty quick. We're hitting the list fast today. I've got a lot of things on my mind, and I got a lot of them off my mind pretty quickly. Yeah. What do we talk about here? We talked about I segmented this out at this point. We got the rant room at the beginning. Listened to we talked about some music, Jane and the Killer Queens. They got their show coming up. We got some some Blobfish and Charles Barkley, good old Chuck Barkley talking about the uniforms. And yeah, the streaming services and the my hot takes on it. I had a little bit on my mind and I sped through it today, but that's what I'm here for. Quick little in and out podcasty poo, if you will. Yeah. If you guys would like to listen a little more, make sure to subscribe. Go ahead and rate us, review the podcast, leave some comments for me. Little things I've been asking for, some music recommendations or some fun stories about maybe your sports events or what y'all did when you traveled as an athlete or music artist or anything fun or goofy that y'all had to do. Go ahead and you can listen more to us at Kendall Tenor, the Moody Minute. Next week, hopefully we'll have some more goofy news and more rants on my mind. I always do. I'm always ranting. I'm always a little mad. I'm always kind of spitting what's on my mind. Yeah. Hopefully y'all have a good rest of your day and an even better week. Stay up.